Hi everyone, today I would like to take some time and to talk about ellipse. And when we do the still life drawing, we're going to have a lot of ellipse shape that we need to consider. And it's easy for us just kind of chipping one because it's like a curved line and you can kind of guess about what this ellipse shapes look like. But I feel it will be good for us to look a little bit into it to see what this ellipse shape coming from or how to do about. So at first, what we're going to do is we're going to use the square to draw a circle, and this will be this opening, like if a cup or any cylinder shape that is facing toward to you, it's forming to be a perfect square. What you need to think about is turn that into a box because it will be easier for us to understand the whole object if that is inside the box. Okay, so what we need to do is using what we had learned, measurement, the width, and so you can see that the square is a perfect length, right? So on here, I would like you to draw a straight line, lightly, not dark, and use either your arm or your wrist, not using your finger like this, because that is not a easy way or clean way to draw a straight line. So flip your pencil this way, and then just try to do it very lightly. Okay, draw a straight line. You can also use your pinky to lift up your pencil so it's a little bit, the line is a little bit cleaner and a little bit sharper. After that, you want to make, maybe this is my 1 right here, and then from here to here, same thing, make a 12 o'clock line. From here, again, just very, very light. Okay, so measure the width. You can use the tip of the pencil here and then mark it with your thumb, and you can flip over. So you can flip over this way so you know this is like a mark right there. So if you cannot do like a perfect square, don't stress about it because it comes with practice. The more practice you did, that your drawing will be more accurate. This looked pretty good, but this is my 5th square that I did this morning already. So you know that my arm is being worn up with this kind of movement. And then from here to here, you also want to draw a, I'm not quite sure this line will be like 2 o'clock, make a cross line. From this corner to this corner. And this is the way that we find our center point. Okay. Instead of using a ruler to measure it, we use this to help us to find that center point. So this is my center point right here. Same thing, I'm going to make a 12 o'clock line. And then here will be a 3 o'clock. So think about your line had to go through this point. Okay, from there, we're gonna start to use this point here and this point here. We're gonna try to draw a curved line that will be evenly cross over this line and then also this dot here. At school, I used to take drafting class, and they actually had this curved ruler can help you to draw a perfect curve. But here, we just kind of do your best. Your arm and your finger can do miracle thing if you practicing them to draw. Okay, so right here, from here to here, same thing. And then if you cannot do it like a perfect square, there's no point to stress about it or get frustrated. You just need to do 100 of them and then you will get it. Or like when you do it for 35 years, still cannot get it perfect. But it's getting there, right? perfection is really a illusion. Is only to help you, motivate you to do better, but don't let perfection kind of stop you to practicing because you're thinking you're not good enough or you never can get it. All right, so that is about the curve, the circle like I like right here. The next thing I would like you to try is try to make this square into a perspective view. So instead of looking straight, we're going to tip it like this way. So when you tip it this way, this remains the same. But this line here, it becomes shorter. And that's because the perspective. So you can find a vanishing point. You can do it here, or right there. And from this to here. You can find that square into perspective. You might have a question how I know where this point is. We can explain that more when we started to do the blocking and envelope shape. That might help you to find the vanishing point. But right now, we just kind of estimate or just kind of put a vanishing point right there, okay? So same thing from this corner to this corner. I'm going to draw a cross from here to here, making a cross. So here's my center line, and I'm going to connect it with my vanishing point here, and right there. So you can see the ellipse shape is started to form after you draw connecting curve line to here, and then from here to here. Kind of satisfied as you practice more and more. Okay, so you can see that ellipse shape is coming out from a square or rectangular. Okay, and you can practice on your own to make it even more shallow, right? And then see how much you can fit in that perspective shape in here. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is going to use what we have learned about the box, an envelope shape, and then the perspective. And also the blocking and the perspective. So again, we're going to measure the width and then also the height. So I would say probably like 1 1/4. So here I'm going to draw, this is my 1. I measure it from here to here. So here's 1 1/4. So it's about right here. So from there, I'm going to start to do my envelope shapes, okay? So the envelope shapes, it helped me to know that this line is, this is right here, is this line. It's the box, right? Because you're just only using this to help you to get that width. But the top of this, it will be right here. So I'm going to measure this part. I should have taken a picture then, and with a Procreate will help me more, help you guys to see it better. So from here, okay, so that is my envelope shape that I'm creating. So this you can also thinking about the negative space that we just practiced last week. Meaning that this square, not square, I'm sorry, triangle should be equally to this triangle right here. The next thing we're gonna do is to block in, okay? So the blocking part, you have this part, so this angle right there, but you also has this dip. And then same thing right here. And this dip right there. And then the bottom part. So this is my blocking for this cup. From there, we're going to again do the estimate about the opening from here to here. So I'm going to almost like making a guess, is about right here. And then later on, if that I make a misjudgment with the distance, I can change it again. Okay, so from here to here, I'm going to make a straight line opening. I'm using this blocking angle to find my vanishing point. So then you have a vanishing point to help you to find that center from here, the corner to the corner. And then from here to here, and then from here to here. Sorry if you can see that. So I'm gonna draw a little bit darker so you guys can see that. So using this grid will help me to draw ellipse shapes. From here, I'm gonna change the different colors. From here to here, and from here to here, and here to here, and then here to here. And on the bottom part, you can do the same thing, but you do have to remember this blocking that you cut is actually here. To find the blocking on this, you might have to kind of go back here. To find that opening. Or you can kind of chip in one because it's very small. If you feel like going through that is a little bit harder for you, you can chip in one, but you can practice it to make the same method that we did earlier and to try to find that ellipse shapes. Okay. Okay, I hope this helped and practice, and it will help you to understand the ellipse shape better. But one thing I do wanted to mention is that when you do the curved line, do notice that sometimes it's not exactly the same curve. You can see the curve here is much wider than the one in the back. But this happens when you have a large, I would say you are dealing with a larger item, okay? Most time it's very similar. Okay, I hope this helped. If you do have a question, please ask. Okay, thank you.